Hey guys, I've been meaning to do this review for a while now, but my mother and I went to go and see a new Australian movie called Rams, which for me as an Australian, when you hear the name Rams, you either think of the sheep or the insurance company. In this instance, I'm actually talking about sheep. It's all to do about sheep, and specifically going around one town and two brothers. Now, the movie starts off actually during a show where I think along the lines of a fair where people take animals to be judged. Now, in this township, the big thing is sheep. They actually, the town gets together and hopefully tries to goes in, takes their prized ram with them to get judged on the most beautiful, most lovely. Think back to an episode of Downton Abbey where the pigs episode where they got to judge pigs. This exact thing happens in this small WA or Western Australian town. And they gets down to the last two ramps, and it is Michael, I did not get his name. What you got here? We've got Sam Neill and Michael from the Australian classic The Castle, packed to the rafters and things like that. If you don't know where Sam Neill's from, then you would go to Jurassic Park or an Australian miniseries called Jessica. He also did two documentaries, one about James Cook, the man that discovered both Australia and New Zealand, and our Anzac past. Sam Neill is Kiwi. And Michelle from, I know her as part of the HP series, and of course Phantom of the Opera, and a couple of others. An Australian classic actor called Asha, I can't pronounce her surname, but she was from a TV series called I think it's Outlast. I think that's the TV series I'm thinking of. And a bunch of other really good actors in this. And it comes down to the two of them, Sam and Mike. And unfortunately, it's Mike's ram that manages to come out the winner. But unfortunately, Sam discovers that Mike's ram has come down with a disease that puts the longevity of the whole region in jeopardy. This particular region is dominated by the sheep industry. And because of this discovery, they pretty much have to slaughter all of their sheep and everything that's connected with it. So that means the barns, yeah, name it. Unfortunately, Michael's character is so standoffish and doesn't take what the authorities are saying. He pretty much is denying it. It was his ram that they discovered it. And through a lot of shenanigans, let's just say the brothers reconnected. This also involved a bushfire, which very apt that we are actually, Australia's going back into bushfire season. And both brothers are actually part of the local volunteer fire service. And I don't really want to give the rest of the movie away. This movie definitely is so beautifully put together. The landscape is divine. It is beautiful vistas. Fact that they added fire, I think, added an element to it. The fact that it just felt very much like a small country town with a lot of that small country town characters. I think a lot of the scenes where you see our main core actors, so Mike and his friends, they feel like very much like a family unit. As someone who hasn't really experienced much of country life, I can't say if that is genuine, if that's what would happen in a small country town, but I think it is so beautiful. I think the fact that a lot of the actors were so well cast, I think was brilliant to see. I think getting down to it, I think you don't need to know anything about the sheep industry to really appreciate this movie. I think you can just go into it as more like a family drama style movie with a lot of Australian quirks and fantasticness. That's even a word. I think that's what you would take away from it. It's take away the whole sheep debacle. It really comes down to family and whether it is blood or the family you choose. So the family around Mike and Sam's characters, it pretty much boils down to that, I would say. And I was throughout the movie screaming at the screen, enjoying ourselves. We're pretty much Mum, me, and about 5 other people in the theatre. I was actually the youngest person in the theatre. But I don't think that really matters in a movie like this. I think it is so well put together, so Australian, that I would go and see this again. I would definitely buy this on Blu-ray, and I would be happy to put this alongside my other movies. I think at this moment, I think we need to go and support our local industries, and this is so well put together. But I don't know if this movie, Rams, is actually going to translate to overseas market. Maybe the Kiwi market because of their connection with Sam Neill. Maybe the American market as well because of Sam's connection with Jurassic Park franchise. maybe because of Michelle, you might get some Harry Potter fans watching this, even though she did play Rita Skeeter, who was a bit of a... I think if you didn't have such a strong leadership in Sam and Michael, I don't think this movie would pack the punch that it does. Have you seen Rams? Please write down in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, and please hit that little bell icon so when I release another one of these videos, you'll be the first one to hear about it. And I can't wait to see what next I pull out of my butt. Ciao.